Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling, there's only.
Welcome to the Dirty Bag Podcast. I'm your host, Cookie, and as always, thank you so much for joining me. You could be anywhere right now, doing anything, scrolling anything, listening to anything, and you're here with your girl. If not already, please remember we do have the YouTube channel. I know our audio listeners y'all are so loyal, but we do have the YouTube, so make sure to go like, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a friend. Today I want to talk about tables real quick and how they often turn and how we, not only do we have to be careful, but at this point we grown, we have to teach our kids how to treat people, because what you don't learn early in life can most certainly come back around and bite you in the ass, possibly embarrass you later down the road. So recently, Michael B. Jordan, Michael Blow My Back Out Jordan, Michael B. My Third Baby Daddy Jordan, Michael You Too Damn Fine Baby Be Mine Jordan. I'm here for Lori, but hey, he is what he is. Y'all say what y'all want. That man is fine. He really is fine. But he did a red carpet interview. As y'all know, we have Creed 3 coming out. Can't wait to go see it. But he ran into a classmate. That classmate just so happened to be L'Oreal of The Morning Hustle and the Undressing Room podcast. So a radio personality. They go back, okay? They're both from Newark, New Jersey. Apparently they went to school together, I guess middle school. And bruh, so nice. So he agreed to give her an interview, but y'all know how body language can really it tells a story. Body language ain't gonna never lie. Basically, Michael reminds this young lady that she did, in fact, clown him. In middle school, he pointed out that she called him corny. Now, she said she was misquoted. She did speak about him on a podcast episode and how he was, and how they did make fun of him for bringing headshots to school, and that he was no Michael Jordan, and they made fun of him because of his name, Michael Jordan. The other hosts did refer to him as corny. Here's the thing about stuff like that. People, it does not matter how successful you get in life, where you go in life, what level you are. The childhood scars of bullies or folks you might have got curved by, that shit don't leave you. It never leaves you. I can think of a dude that I had a huge crush on that called me one day and told me he wanted my homegirl. And I was the one that brought her to my granddaddy's basketball game. I ain't forgot about you, Kevin, with your short bow-legged ass. You don't forget these things. You don't forget none of this. But she was basically trying to say that's not what happened. They made fun of whatever it was. She clearly made him feel a type of way. And y'all know that man is typically extremely pleasant on the red carpet. He's nice to everybody. He's got the game down packed. He is that likable, palatable black man. Everybody loves him. But in that moment, you could see a little bit of that. All right, back then you didn't want me, maybe he didn't or did not like her, but it is just a reminder of how things carry us through life. And I don't know about y'all, but I definitely have people, in my back pocket that one day I'm looking forward to flexing on. Hell, I might be flexing on them right now, if we're being honest. But apparently she got a lot of backlash from this. And she said she received death threats. I don't know if it went that far. It might have. Social media is a very rough place. And one thing about people and trolls is that they look for an opportunity to come for anybody. It is some really miserable people on social media. And you got to have thick, fish scaly skin to survive it. So she got some backlash. He didn't seem to take it too serious. He just let her know what it was. And you know what's also very interesting about high school? I was joking about this some time ago, and this might start some shit. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we gonna see. I've been part of high school groups and things like that on Facebook, and you can always tell who did not evolve beyond whatever their status was in high school because they hold on to it for dear fucking life. The throwback pictures of when they was 125 pounds, when they was a football star, when they was homecoming queen, when they still had their edges, when the wrinkles wasn't up under the eyes. Like, people hold on to them glory days. And I always find it funny. But usually the people that were called corny, which apparently he will, I mean, you know what people told you. You know what kind of scars. Those are typically the folks that, I ain't trying to be funny. It ain't always the case. There are popular kids that go on to do very well in life. But a lot of times them nerds and them corny folks that y'all just dismissed while y'all was out partying and being great and getting all this love and adoration, they were working on themselves. A lot of the times they were working on whatever skill leveled them up as adults. And obviously, L'Oreal brought up the fact that Michael would bring his headshots to school. So we know that man been working for a long time. We know that man been about his business for a long time. But being a creative it's a lonely little world. Not everybody understands your journey. So this is why things like theater and mentorship for kids that might not take that traditional path, that ain't looking to be doctors, lawyers, and whatever else parents love to push on their kids. Like, support them. Support your creative kids early, because kids in school, kids are mean. Them little mofos are evil. Absolutely evil. One thing I'm going to say about myself, I was in the middle ground. I wasn't a geeky kid. I wasn't that smart, y'all. The only thing I was really good at was writing. My pen was strong, but math, science, I just couldn't get into none of that shit. I was the one that wanted to look over and copy off somebody's paper. Folks didn't always let me. I just didn't enjoy academics in any capacity. If it was not writing or some sort of sports activity, it wasn't my thing. But I was always nice to the nerdy kids or geeks or whoever. Hell, my first Russell Wilson was in high school. Shout out to Carl. I definitely had a corny boyfriend in high school. He was probably one of the best people I'd ever known in my life. I did that boy wrong. And karma came back to bite my ass. So you got to be real careful with how you treat folks. So I wasn't a bully, but I wasn't faithful. And the person I ended up cheating on him with ended up being the father of my child, a hellion. Oh my God. And we all ran track. We all knew each other. But I will say, my personal testimony, I wasn't a bully, but I definitely got my karma for treating the nice guy wrong. I did. Ain't no way around that. It's either gonna come in the form of a partner that will make life hell for you, or you gonna be on a red carpet and get embarrassed. And now you got threats because you came after America's chocolate sweetheart. Teach your daughters to be nice to the corny boy. Teach your daughters to be nice to the corny dudes. But yeah, I was pretty athletic. I was involved in everything I possibly could. So I had that crowd. I had the white kids that low-key wanted to be black. I had them. And then I had the nerds that I liked because they was just cool people. And I like smart people. So this whole this whole labeling folks corny era, I personally don't get it. Like, corny people make the world go round. Corny people gave you Facebook and Instagram and everything else. You better learn. You better keep you one or two corny people in your circle. Corny people will save you from yourself. I'm just going to tell you what it is. And I had to think back, what did I get picked on for? Really young age, I had this little ashy, dookie brown hair. I hated the color of my hair. I had freckles, and nobody else in my family at the time really had them. So really young, I definitely got bullied for that. But I had two older brothers. I remember one of them, I was in kindergarten. I will never forget this. It was this supersized chick. She had to be a fourth grader. I was in kindergarten. And when I tell y'all, he mushed the shit out of her. She took my Cracker Jacks. This bitch took my Cracker Jacks. He got her ass. I watched him do it. And as mean as he was to me, and as much as he picked on me, my older brother did not play about me. And I wasn't a confrontational kid. I was one of those kids that really just wanted to be friends with everybody. I was not violent. That just wasn't my path. I was happy. I wanted to be around kids. I was very social. What I learned early in life is you can't be social with everybody. I remember people telling me that I thought I was cute. First of all, we was poor. But my mama and my grandma, really my grandmother, knew how to go to the Goodwill and make some things shake with them clothes. So I looked decent. And, I was a funny looking, cute little girl. I was like a little baby bird, like a little interesting little cartoon character with a lot of thick ass hair. It worked. I don't know. But I definitely remember people telling me that I thought I was cute. They're just like, girl, I'm average. You just toe down. And that's your mom's fault. That's not my fault. And, it's just kind of one of them, them things stick with you. If I saw some of those girls today, I guarantee you I would probably recognize them. Granted, I was young. But yeah, all the bullies I knew in high school looked like a can of busted biscuits now. They're not ugly, but they ain't as fine as they were. I don't know one bully that I went to high school with. Not saying they bullied me, but how they treated other people that are doing better than the people they talk down on. The very unique artistic friends that I had in high school, they are thriving right now. Absolutely thriving. So y'all got to be prepared. You got to be careful with how you treat folks, because God will most certainly prepare a table for them enemies. If that enemy is you, karma don't miss. She might be a little late. She might be on CP time, but she going to always come through. You have to be mindful of how you treat people. But sometimes it's y'all raggedy ass parents gassing y'all up to treat folks crazy. And I guess that can, adults, it doesn't stop when you're young. Adults have bullies too. I think one of the biggest form of bullying is women empowerment groups. Don't cancel me on that, y'all. I think one of the biggest forms of bullying is women empowerment groups, conferences. I've been to a few things that were all right, but we're going to talk about that. I also feel like some of those groups are people that might have been rejected in high school. So there's a flip side to this, okay? So there's people that were called nerdy in high school that got passed over, talked down on, or whatever, that leveled up and just became amazing people that make outstanding societal contributions. But then there's that folks that get a little something, they level up and they lose their damn minds. And they create Facebook groups. They create women empowerment brunches. Here's what I've seen. Sometimes women empowerment brunches can actually be a little elitist. So it ain't always about bringing women to the table. It's about bringing people that gas you up to the table, that make you feel good about yourself, that stroke your ego. And we really got to watch that, because we took the term black girl magic and we made it something that it ain't magicking sometimes. But if people are not allowed to sit at your table, that maybe don't speak like you, that maybe didn't pledge like you, that don't have the level of education, or that don't have the access or the clout that you have, you are not empowering anybody but your ego. And you're probably somebody that's extremely miserable. So yes, we can address the bullying that comes in all forms. I don't be getting in men's business, but I feel like those of y'all that decided to become coaches or focus heavily on relationship podcasts are also folks that got rejected before when you were younger. You got older, you bought you a microphone, and now you coming for these chicks. You gonna humble everybody and tell them what they ain't gonna get and why they single. So yeah, bullying comes in all types of forms, but I think the root of it is really just self-love and self-acceptance. When we don't address our childhood wounds, when we don't address our feelings of abandonment, it comes out in other ways. It really does. And I just want us to heal from it. Let us all learn to be better people so that we don't get embarrassed. But again, I think that, finding friends is hard enough as it is. Just taking the element of bullying out of it. Like, I'm in these groups where folks shoot their friendship shot all the time. Finding friends is hard. Because, again, we talk about bullying. There are some folks that want friends based off a certain aesthetic. It's extremely difficult to find authentic and organic connections that are meaningful, that are not transactional. So life is just hard enough as an adult. Don't allow y'all kids to develop habits that will carry them into the world, that will leave scars on people to where they have to check them on the red carpet. Y'all quit playing in people's faces. You never know when you are picking on people, when you might be entertaining angels. Be nice to everybody. So quick word for y'all today. We are still in whatever it is we in right now. Wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance. And when you get a free moment, please remember to clean out your dirty bag. Till next time.
Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling.